All right, super sale on that supersize. Talk about weird timing for all those dieters out there. Budget bargains and burgers and burritos over at fast food chains all being marked down. The industry titans like Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, KFC, and Wendy's launching fire sales this month, hoping to lure customers to spend more after the holidays because historically, January sales are thin as people try these silly weight resolutions. Anyway, this stuff just gets nutritionists. Tanya Zuckerbrot really apoplectic. She says a deal at Pizza Hut leads to pizza gut. I can't keep my stomach in much longer for her to get to that point. But you don't like this, Tanya. Why not?
No. This is just a recipe for disaster. 45% of Americans make New Year's resolutions. And out of those New Year's resolutions, among the top 3, one is weight loss. And this is just counterproductive to everything that we're trying to achieve as far as getting healthy in the new year.
Well, obviously, these fast food, they've done this before, right? They know everyone's making these resolutions, and they know that if you make it appealing to get a couple of sausage McMuffins for $1, you could bring them back in, right?
But there's a different way of looking at it. They can actually increase revenue by attracting a new customer. For all of these millions of Americans who have made this New Year's resolution to lose weight in the new year, why not attract that customer by giving these coupons and these discounts for the healthier menu items that they offer? Because almost all fast food restaurant chains have it.
Maybe you get 2 salads with every McMuffin.
No, it's all for the value meals, the Big Macs and the fries and the extra pizza pies. So unfortunately, there is no economic incentive for people to be making the healthier choices.
So how much does this work? I mean, if they're offering these incentives, which I said it's a free country, they can do whatever they want. Is it really that damaging? I mean, if people don't stick to going to the gym and doing all the stuff that you say they should, that's their fault. It's not the McDonald's or Taco Bell's fault.
No. Obviously, we all have a sense of autonomy, and the fork is in our own hands. We are choosing what we're eating. But, when you're in a rush and you are looking for something that's fast and convenient and that won't break the bank, fast food is a viable option for many people. With some of these incentives I've seen, these discounts in the new year, one of them was to supersize an option. It was only 70 cents more to get more value. But with that 70 cents, you're getting an extra 300 calories. Now, that might not seem like a very big deal, but eating an extra 100 calories every day for the year would put 10 pounds of weight on alone. So these extra 100 calories here and there do add up. And there's a much greater issue here. When we talk about weight gain and what's the real issue, it goes beyond the aesthetics. We have to look at the healthcare costs associating with being overweight. And the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, found that our direct and indirect cost for obesity was $167 billion last year.
Yeah, but do you worry that, again, with the best of intentions, when you start telling Americans what they can and cannot have to eat, you're a nanny?
Well, we're not mandating. We are recommending healthier options. So not just they're going to look and feel better.
So let them decide and let McDonald's cut their price all they want.
I think what's backwards is that these coupons and these incentives are all for this fast food. So it's like short-term gains, like, oh, I'm going to save $1 today. But what studies have found is that people who are obese spend 42% more on their personal health care per year, approximately $1,500, than someone of a normal, average, healthy weight. So you might be saving $1 today, but at the end of the year, if that weight gain is causing you to spend an extra $1,000 a year because you have a greater risk for cardiovascular or diabetes.
I know, but
and some of these meds are not covered by your
cardiovascular
HMOs.
disease. It's not disproportionately unique to fat people.
No, actually, that's incorrect. That you are at much greater risk for both cardiovascular disease and diabetes if you are overweight. Of course, there is a genetic predisposition to these diseases, but lifestyle trumps genetics. A perfect case is that there are almost 20 million Americans with diabetes, but 60 million Americans with pre-diabetes, meaning that we are creating a nation of diabetes based on lifestyle choices.
You want to cut it at the pass and the incentive to do and create that, right?
Well, I think it's important for, corporate America to be conscious and be a part of the solution rather than supporting a problem which is a nation that, unfortunately, right now is obese. 2 out of every 3 Americans are overweight, and out of those 2, 1 is obese. These statistics are startling. Yes. Out of every 3 people, Neil, only 1 person out of the 3 is having a problem which is